All right, thanks so much. Well, eating right and staying slim is what many women want. Lauren Basso from Altitude Performance and Science Center is here to talk about the paleo diet and what it's all about. Good morning.
Good morning.
They often call this the caveman diet, right?
Caveman diet,
and why is that?
Well, it's based off what humans were meant to eat. So basically, agriculture, growing your own grain, has only existed for about 10,000 years.
Huh.
And processed food for about 100 years.
Right. We know that that's a no-no. Processed food is not
processed
good.
food.
But the cavemen, they hunted, right?
They hunted and gathered, exactly,
Okay.
yep. So we hunted and gathered the majority of our food with little to no grain in our diet.
Okay, so basically the paleo diet consists of mainly animal products, also some veggies, but you stay away from what?
You're staying away from processed food, sugar, salt, legumes, so that's going to be beans or even like peanut butter, as well as grains and cereals.
Okay, and I know that the diet was kind of created by a doctor who, was dealing with patients who had gastrointestinal problems, and we hear a lot about how grains and legumes and things like that can irritate your bowel and stuff like that. So, is this a diet that's recommended for people with some stomach issues like that?
Yeah, it can be, and the whole theory is that grains, especially grains, can cause irritability in the bowel, but also that can affect your weight, your blood sugar, and a whole other slew of health problems. So what we're seeing is that since agriculture, the past 10,000 years, since we've been consuming grain, our health has greatly diminished or gotten worse.
Now, I know the diet is also saying you drink mainly water. You don't really drink, obviously we know sodas are bad for you and things like that. Alcohol, not good for you as well. But you drink mainly water and maybe some tea.
Yeah.
That seems kind of extreme, but...
Yeah, I mean, that part, when you think about it, as a caveman, the whole goal is to think of, okay, what can we quote-unquote hunt and gather, and what is it in its most natural form?
Okay.
So water, I mean, as a caveman, you're not going to be consuming coffee all the time.
Right, you're not going to go get a big gulp down the street.
Exactly, yeah, that's neon yellow.
Right.
Yep.
And I know, though, that this diet is controversial, though, in some ways. What are the pros and cons of it? I mean, we talked about some of the pros, but what are the cons?
Yep. So the cons really are that, it's based off a hunter-gatherer society, mostly meat and vegetables, nuts and seeds. But unfortunately, we're not hunting and gathering, right? We're not hunting down our food, we're not foraging for our food, which burns a lot of calories. Now, what do? We go and pick up the bacon from the grocery store.
Right, we drive there.
Exactly. So it does need to be done in moderation. The pros, though, is that it's going to be focusing on whole foods, right? Things that we can get in the parameter of our grocery store that has little to no sugar, and lots of fruits and vegetables that have a lot of nutrients in it, which is very beneficial for your body.
Okay, and I know there's so many diets out there, and I know people can make an appointment at Altitude and actually get, they can ask you questions and go over what diet's going to be best for you, right?
Exactly, because the paleo diet really is just, again, if you can apply it to your life, it's trying to eat as whole food as possible. So we want to make sure that depending on your lifestyle, your activity level, if you do have any health issues, that we're applying it to what's going to be best for you.
And that's what we want to do. Thank you so much. It was interesting. Every Monday morning, of course, we give you workout advice and nutrition tips to keep you healthy. You can learn more by logging on to altitudeperformance.net. Lauren, thanks so much.
Thank you.
7:52. We will be right back.